thing, man. I do what I do.
50,000 folks, men died. And black folks died, black men died in disproportionate number. What does that tell you? We was fighting and killing. In that war, we engaged and killed Vietnamese fighters to the tunes of thousands and thousands. And these were people seen as victims of Western imperialism. Yet black American fought because we were committed to the fulfilling our duties as Americans. Do y'all hear me? See, don't nobody want to talk about this, but these are the realities. This is stuff that we like to blackwash this and paint ourselves as, these heavenly saints who are unwilling participants. We volunteered for these things. We wanted to be seen as men. We wanted to fight for our country. We wanted to prove it. You don't have to like what I'm saying. You don't have to like, but these are the facts and you're going to deal with it. Black folks and white folks in the United States have a special relationship, a special understanding, right up to this war on terror that we're dealing with. In Iraq, Afghanistan, black soldiers fought against Arab, Muslim combatants, helped secure U.S. interests in the Middle East. We've been we willingly killed in these conflicts, defending the nation. A nation that has not yet fully defended our rights at home. Nevertheless, we did it. And so when you talk about black people fighting on behalf of the United States, the sacrifice that black Americans have made have extended even in fighting and killing others from the African diaspora. The Civil War, while the Union was a cause for black liberation, some black men fought on behalf of the Confederate. Because some black men were slave owners and they put their slaves up to go fight. I'm just telling you the truth. You got black folks who were sons of the Confederacy because they didn't want to lose their interest. Native Americans fought on the side of the Confederacy. The so-called 5 civilized tribes, they wanted to keep their slaves too. So you were in there killing Native Americans and Indians and black men killing other black men, fighting for what they believe was right. That's what we did. I'm just telling you the truth. And if you go to Cuba, shout out to my man Canary Valens for the collection preach. I'm preaching. I need 6 more super chats. That'll be 20 and that'll be plenty. Since we talking about Thanksgiving, let's talk about some history. In Cuba, have you been to Cuba? Huh? During these U.S. military interventions in the Caribbean and Central America, black soldiers fought against local populations. Many of them were descendants of African slaves. Some of them could have literally been our relatives. They just got off the boat one stop before us, or a few stops before us. That was black men down there. I want y'all to, let's talk about it. And see, black soldiers participated in U.S. operations in African nations like Somalia and Libya, and we were engaged in combat that resulted in the deaths of other black folks. I'm just saying. So the question I'm gonna have to ask y'all at this point is, what does that tell you about us foundational black America? What does that tell you? This is a harsh reality. Y'all need to listen, okay? In every bloody battle this nation has fought, black men have been right there on the front lines in the trenches, shoulder to shoulder with the very white men who are so often vilified as imperialistic or driven by the colonizing spirit. Okay, shout out to Mr. Tolbert. Thank you so much, man. We've been right there next to the colonizer. We've been the colonizer's black shadow. That's when somebody typed black shadow in the chat room. We've been right there. From the Revolutionary War to these modern day conflicts, black Americans, and I'm talking about black men and the black women that supported them, okay, have fought and killed and died alongside white Americans to defend and expand the interests of the United States of America. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. Shout out to Simeon Toko and shout out to my man Superstick. What does that say about black men and black people in general? Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you what it says. It says we are not passive observers in the story of this nation. It says that we are active participants. It says we've been as invested in the preservation and the growth of this country as anyone else, despite the injustices we faced and the injustices that we put on other people in its name. It also says we're resilient, we're loyal, and we're willing to sacrifice for a nation that hasn't always returned the favor. Now, it tells us that we have been all in from this nation's inception. We've been right there doing the dirty work. Somebody type dirty work in the chat room. We've been right there doing the dirt, baby. We've been right there. We've been the colonizers' black shadow. We fought on every battlefield. We killed in this country's preservation. And we sacrificed for its ideals. And even when those ideals excluded us, we did it. Black folks have not just fought for ourselves, but we fought for the survival and growth of the nation that has often failed to reciprocate, but we fought anyway. Despite being denied full citizenship and equal rights and basic dignity, we fought in every war this country's waged. We fought against Native Americans. We fought against Europeans. We fought against Asians. We fought against Arabs. Hell, we fought against other Black Americans. We've been on the front line.
Fleet Pride delivers expert heavy-duty service with fast diagnostics, nationwide coverage, and quality repairs done right. Call or stop by your local Fleet Pride Service Center today.
The state championship is in his future, but tetanus isn't. Did you know teenagers still need vaccines beyond childhood? Ask your child's doctor and keep them protected for the future. Every dose matters.
And then we turn around and return to a nation that offered us little in the way of gratitude and opportunity, but we fought anyway and we killed. And this willingness, shout out to my man Michael Roberts. Somebody type dirty work in the chat room. Y'all need to be careful when y'all keep calling them white folks colonizers, because they're gonna say your black butt was right there with me and you still reaping the benefits of it. I'm just saying. It's the pot calling the kettle black. I know. Well, no, we wouldn't. No, you volunteered. And see, the willingness to sacrifice speaks volumes. Okay? We are not outsiders. We are the very foundation of this union, and we have killed and died to preserve it and to build it, brick by bloody brick. Now, if America is to move forward, it must finally reckon with this truth. Black Americans are not just part of this nation's history. We are this nation's history. And it's time we recognize that. Hell, our military service alone reveals a deep, undeniable truth. And that is the foundational Black Americans have always been willing to do what is necessary to preserve the United States, even when it means killing those who share our history, our skin tone, and our struggles. What does that say about us? Yeah, it says we loyal. It does say that. But it also says we all in. It says we're willing to kill to preserve this country. We've killed its enemies. We've killed those who resembled us because we believe in the promise of America. You don't got to like what I'm saying, but it's true. We believe that by fighting, by sacrificing, by showing up time and time again, we could force this country to reckon with its ideals and extend them to us. Didn't work, did work. We still here. We didn't leave. It's been over 400 years. We could have left by now, right? We could have all packed up and went to Mexico. Shout out to my man, Urban Eagle. I'm just saying. Okay? This willingness to fight against our own is not a sign of weakness or betrayal. It's a measure of how deeply we are invested in the United States of America. Foundational Black Americans are not fair weather patriots. We are all in. Somebody type all in the chat room. Somebody type all in the chat room. Even when the fight is complicated, even when it pits us against those who look like us, we are all in. Somebody type all in the chat room. It also speaks to the complexity of who we are. While some may paint Americans' military endeavors as imperialistic, and they might be, but Black men volunteered to be in those ranks. You can't just keep blaming the white man. We fought to integrate the military. We fought to, and was mad.
DennisSpurling got the mic on fire.
Black father, I have black son.
Tune in, weekly feeling inspired. From the heart, real talk ignite. Every episode brings the light. Subscribe, hit the like, won't you dare. Share the love, you know it's family. Join us every week, don't be late. Drop some coins in the collection plate. Drop some coins, enjoy the ride. Come say hi, catch the wave, don't pass by. Lifted spirits always inside. In this podcast, joy takes flight. Subscribe, hit the like, won't you dare. Share the love, you know it's fair. Join us every week, don't be late. Drop some coins in the collection plate. Drop some coins.
Donation. I thought it was a
Hey man, I'll do what I do. You know that.
Your ass, class. Don't come over here. You tall black mother. Women up inside. I don't give a fuck about